Yankee Doodle went to town riding on a pony, stuck a feather in his hat and called it macaroni. Yankee Doodle, keep it up, Yankee Doodle dandy, mind the music and the step and with the girls be handy. Father and I went down to camp along with Captain Goodin. There we saw the men and boys as thick as hasty pudding. Yankee Doodle, keep it up, Yankee Doodle dandy, mind the music and the step and with the girls be handy.
Ships near to Boston lying on the wharf, a numerous crew, sons of freedom never dying, then appeared in view with a ring-tum-ding-tum, fa-la-ling-tum, then appeared in view with a ring-tum-ding-tum, fa-la-ling-tum, then appeared in view. Armed with hammers, axes, chisels, weapons new for warlike deed, toward the tracks of freight vessels on they came with speed with a ring-tum-ding-tum, fa-la-ling-tum, on they came with speed. With a ring-tum-ding-tum, fa-la-ling-tum, on they came with speed. Overboard she goes, my boys, ho, where darkling waters roar. We love our cup of tea full well, but love our freedom more. With a ring-tum-ding-tum, fa-la-ling-tum, love our freedom more. With a ring-tum-ding-tum, fa-la-ling-tum, love our freedom more. Deep into the sea descended cursed weed of China's coast. Thus at once our fears were ended, right shall ne'er be lost. With a ring-tum-ding-tum, fa-la-ling-tum, right shall ne'er be lost. With a ring-tum-ding-tum, fa-la-ling-tum, right shall ne'er be lost.
Farmer Brown had 10 green apples hanging on a tree. Farmer Brown had 10 green apples hanging on a tree. Then he plucked one apple and he ate it greedily, leaving 9 green apples a-hanging on a tree. Farmer Brown had 9 green apples hanging on a tree. Farmer Brown had 9 green apples hanging on a tree. Then he plucked one apple and he ate it greedily, leaving 8 green apples a-hanging on a tree. Farmer Brown had 8 green apples hanging on a tree. Farmer Brown had 8 green apples hanging on a tree. Then he plucked one apple and he ate it greedily, leaving 7 green apples a-hanging on a tree.
I've got a mule, her name is Sal, 15 miles on the Erie Canal. She's a good old worker and a good old pal, 15 miles on the Erie Canal. We've hauled some barges in our day, filled with lumber, coal, and hay, and we know every inch of the way, from Albany to Buffalo. Low Bridge, everybody down, Low Bridge, for we're coming to a town. And you'll always know your neighbor, you'll always know your pal, if you ever navigated on the Erie Canal. Low Bridge, everybody down, Low Bridge, for we're coming to a town. And you'll always know your neighbor, you'll always know your pal, if you ever navigated on the Erie Canal.
passing time away, lying in the shadow underneath the trees. Goodness, how delicious, eating goober peas. Peas, eating goober peas. Goodness, how delicious, eating goober peas. Just before the battle, the general hears a row. He says the Yanks are coming, I hear their rifles now. He turns around and wonder, and what do you think he sees? The Georgia militia eating goober peas. Peas, eating goober peas. Goodness, how delicious, eating goober peas. I think my song has lasted almost long enough. The subject's interesting, but rhymes are mighty rough. I wish this war were over, when free from rags and fleas, we'd kiss our wives and sweethearts, gobble goober peas. Peas, eating goober peas. Goodness, how delicious, eating goober peas.
I've been working on the railroad all the livelong day. I've been working on the railroad just to pass the time away. Can't you hear the whistle blowing? Rise up so early in the morn. Can't you hear the captain shouting? Dinah, blow your horn. Dinah, won't you blow? Dinah, won't you blow? Dinah, won't you blow your horn, your horn? Dinah, won't you blow? Dinah, won't you blow? Dinah, won't you blow your horn? Someone's in the kitchen with Dinah. Someone's in the kitchen, I know. Someone's in the kitchen with Dinah, strumming on the old banjo. Fee-fi, fiddly-I-O. Fee-fi, fiddly-I-O. Fee-fi, fiddly-I-O. Strumming on the old banjo.
As I was walking down the street, down the street, down the street, a pretty little girl I chanced to meet, and we danced by the light of the moon. Buffalo gal, won't you come out tonight, come out tonight, come out tonight. Buffalo gal, won't you come out tonight and dance by the light of the moon. I danced with a gal with a hole in her stocking, and her heel kept a knocking, and her toe kept a rocking. I danced with a gal with a hole in her stocking, and we danced by the light of the moon. Buffalo gal, won't you come out tonight, come out tonight, come out tonight. Buffalo gal, won't you come out tonight and dance by the light of the moon. Oh, buffalo gal, won't you come out tonight and come out tonight, oh, come out tonight. Buffalo gal, won't you come out tonight and dance by the light of the moon.
As I was a-walking one morning for pleasure, I spied a young cowboy a-riding along. Well, his hat was shoved back and his spurs was a-jingling. As he was riding, he was singing this song. Whoopee-tie-I-O, get along, little dogies, it's your misfortune and none of my own. Whoopee-tie-I-O, get along, little dogies, you know that Wyoming will be your new home. Early in the springtime we round up the dogies, we cut 'em out, brand 'em and bob off the tails. Round up the horses, load up the chuck wagon, and then throw the dogies out on the North Trail. Whoopee-tie-I-O, get along, little dogies, it's your misfortune and none of my own. Whoopee-tie-I-O, get along, little dogies, you know that Wyoming will be your new home. Your mother was raised way down in Texas where the Jimson weed and the choyas grow. But we'll fill you up on those prickly pear briars until you are ready for Idaho. Whoopie-tie-I-O, get along, little dogies, it's your misfortune and none of my own. Whoopie-tie-I-O, get along, little dogies, you know that Wyoming will be your new home.
Hush, little baby, don't say a word. Mama's gonna buy you a mockingbird. If that mockingbird don't sing, Mama's gonna buy you a diamond ring. If that diamond ring turns brass, Mama's gonna buy you a looking glass. If that looking glass gets broke, Mama's gonna buy you a billy goat. If that billy goat won't pull, Mama's gonna buy you a cart and bull. If that cart and bull turn over, Mama's gonna buy you a dog named Rover. If that dog named Rover won't bark, Mama's gonna buy you a horse and cart. If that horse and cart fall down, you'll be the sweetest little girl in town.
This land is your land, and this land is my land. From the California to the New York Island, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. As I went a-walking that ribbon of highway, I saw above me that endless skyway, saw below me that golden valley. This land was made for you and me. This land is your land, and this land is my land. From the California to the New York Island, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. I roamed and rambled, and I followed my footsteps to the sparkling sands of her diamond deserts. All around me a voice was sounding, this land was made for you and me. This land is your land, and this land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me.